spoilery pretty quickly. So I think
Do you have anything else?
I don't really think so. I mean, I think two a pop is really good. I think obviously there's some really great indie titles out there. I think we've seen 4 really good examples tonight. And I think, just in closing, I want to say I am really excited about what indie development has done for gaming. Minecraft and FTL, obvious options like that. Some of the best-selling games of all time, some of the greatest experiences in recent history, and without the huge corporate umbrella that a lot of other developers have been forced into. I think we all are familiar with this sort of Tim Schafer business that sometimes that got ugly because of the corners he had to cut to make a developer happy. A franchise died because a publisher decided it was going to.
Yeah, I mean, but there's also on the darker side more recently with the game Towns, that indie developed game that is now no longer a thing, which I actually bought.
Yeah.
So it's kind of one of these well, great, now I don't even want to touch it.
There are good things about it and there are bad things about it. I think both indie games and crowdsourcing are two things that are really a really integrally related issue. You have titles that are crowdsourced that make their funding and then are great, and then you have titles that are crowdsourced that don't make their funding and never get released. And then you get early access titles like this. Towns is a good example. There's another one that just folded. Something 2066. I'm trying to remember.
Oh, that wasn't actually a game. That was a lie, essentially.
Yeah. There are times where we can get really burned on it, but I think the really good experiences that come out of it make it worth dealing with that. I'm really excited to see what they do with Wasteland. I'm really excited to see where Torment.
The Obsidian game?
Yes, but no, that's something of Numenera. Torment, I forget the exact title, but where Torment is going, where the Obsidian indie developed title is going, I think Star Citizen is an incredible concept. It's just I love that these genres like 3/4 top-down isometric RPGs or space flight simulators can just literally come back from the dead because people want to play it. But yeah, for every one of those we get something like Towns, where it's just all right, we're out.
I mean, you have to be careful too. I mean, there are projects you can see that don't quite make their budget, and it does suck. But some do find a new life on Greenlit or something like that.
Yeah,
and I think it's now easier for people to make games with the Unreal 4 engine deal, where instead of paying the $2,000 fee, it's $20 or $15 a month.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
essentially.
I mean, Jesus, we could afford that.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that on your own, make money, and eventually have the money you make to pay off your game so you can fund more projects.
Yeah, and I don't think there's ever been a more exciting time to be a developer, and I think that is the best news ever for people that like to play games.
And even big studios are taking, with Tim Schafer and even Ken Levine, him taking a step back from Respawn and making a smaller team.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like a little big indie.
Yeah, I think a lot of people looked at that as a really tragic moment, but a lot of things work better when they're smaller and more flexible, and I really think that we'll see incredible things out of that team. I think because of the nature of the way the gaming economy has shifted and the nature of the way that games are published, because that's changed so pivotally, I think we get a lot more really genuinely interesting titles, and I'm just really excited. I think it's a great time to be a fan of the industry. I think for that specific reason. But yeah, cool. So closing thoughts. Thanks for watching. This is Pixelated Geeks, James Honeycutt, and
AJ Grass.
And you have been watching PXL Plays. Definitely subscribe. to the channel here and to our YouTube channel where we'll throw the replay up, and we'll see you guys next week. Thanks so much.